I know, you probably thought the title was some kind of clickbait because there is just no way that a school board would take the advice of a woman in cat ears seriously when it comes to the safety of students. Sadly, you're wrong. Hello, Liberty fam, and welcome back to the channel. We are back in the craft room today so that I can watch Liberty Baby destroy the living room while I record. And actually, as I said that, she is standing right here, staring at me, threatening to pull my microphone wire. I see ya. Okay. Today's video is brought to you by Blackout Coffee Company because there was no way to do this story without a direct hit of Freedom Caffeine. Blackout was founded on the principles of hard work, family, and traditional values. They're a huge supporter of this channel and enable me to venture into the other topics and stories I want to cover, like this one. To check out their coffee, tea, and hot chocolate, head to blackoutcoffee.com/libertydoll. Our story today takes us to the Washington Elementary School District in Arizona, which serves students in the Phoenix and Glendale areas. I don't know anything about those areas, but apparently they're places where parents vote people with cat ears onto the school boards, either for diversity points or because they actually believe it's a sign of peak professionalism. I'm not really sure which of those is worse. Until recently, the school district had a contract with Arizona Christian University where the students from the university could get their student teaching hours in and the schools could have a steady supply of teachers during what I'm told is a national shortage. However, late last month, the board agreed on a motion to dissolve that contract. The motion was led by a woman with green hair and cat ears who claimed the contract was dangerous to the LGBTQ students, staff, and community because, according to her, they have an agenda and that agenda isn't safe for the classroom. The woman leading the charge is Tamilia Valenzuela, who was only elected to the board in November 2022. Valenzuela describes herself on the district website as a bilingual, disabled, neurodivergent, queer black Latina who loves a good hot wing, but only with the right ranch, and things that sparkle. Her LinkedIn profile isn't much better, listing her position as dope-ass human with a BLM header. What a great resume! She also told her other board members that she was worried about the message the contract would send to queer and trans students, a message so loud, clear, and dangerous that she herself didn't even know about the contract until recently after 5 years of partnership. Oh, I'm sorry, it's actually 11 years. She told the board, "While I full-heartedly believe in the religious freedom and people being able to practice whatever faith they have, I had some concerns regarding looking at this particular institution. And I think it's a really good time for us to take a moment and really pause about where our values lie." The biggest red flag, she said, was the school's mission of being committed to Jesus Christ and God's will on the university website. Part of their values is to transform the culture with truth by promoting the biblically informed values that are foundational to Western civilization, including the centrality of family, traditional sexual morality, and lifelong marriage between one man and one woman. She said that this proves that these student teachers were not only there to teach math or English, but were also bringing an agenda to influence students to be more biblically minded. She said that not only was this dangerous for the students, but it made her unsafe as well. Just the very fact that there are Christians in her district posed a danger to her, an adult who had no idea this contract existed. She then called out 3 other board members as being LGBTQ and put them on the spot, saying she feared the contract would negatively impact them as well, because nothing gets things done these days quite like emotional blackmail. She said that the board needed to reconsider the contract because having those teachers wouldn't leave room for people who think differently or hold different beliefs. And Valenzuela, with her green hair, cat ears, and pronouns, said this completely unironically. In line with this decision, the board, in a move of solidarity with the LGBTQ community and having nothing to do with woke points, recently held a motion to share their pronouns, because that's what matters most in children's education. Another board member, Kyle Clayton, blasted the university for their biblical lens, which he said has no place in schools. But the argument wasn't a separation of church and state, it was Bible bad for pronoun kids. So bad that, again, no one complained or worried about it until Cat Lady showed up and said the contract violated her safe space. And so, of course, they ended the contract. Once this hit the airwaves and people started to complain about religious discrimination, the superintendent came out and condemned the decision. He pointed out that coming into the classroom and pushing any ideology at all is against state guidelines for education, and that local Christian universities happen to have the best teacher prep programs in the state. The board is now choosing to turn away any and all teachers from those programs who might not even be religious personally based on the religious beliefs of the institutions in general, and because they believe it threatens their own agenda of gender ideology for elementary kids. The board responded by assuring everyone that it is committed to creating a welcoming environment for all our students, families, and staff, and that we recognize the right of individuals to practice their faith. Public schools are secular institutions. Which, again, might have been able to hold water if their argument had been separation of church and state, and not that these student teachers were a danger to a minority subset of students. Also, there's the fact that the board had previously told Fox News that their decision was based on the board's commitment to create a safe place for our LGBTQ+ students, staff, and community, which includes not knowingly entering into partnerships with any organization that explicitly discriminates against protected classes covered by our non-discrimination policies. When Fox News attempted to follow up and ask for evidence that the teachers were discriminating against the LGBT students, the board stated they would not be able to provide any further comments. That is it for this video, guys. Liberty Baby has successfully dumped out half the dirt in my potted plant onto the floor. Woo! Please leave a like, share, and subscribe if you are new here. Drop a comment down below. And as always, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one.